Okay, welcome to Symax Fintech. This is our weekly market insight. Like we prepare to prepare you for the week ahead. And this is part 4 where I just do some technical analysis. Just remember this is all based on futures contracts, not CFDs. A little reminder. So in the right hand column, black numbers are trend lines, support resistance levels. Pink numbers, they are breakout levels where I expect, possibly it's a support or resistance level, but if it pops through there, I expect the market to keep going. Just remember these are only my views, my expectations. The claret numbers are just where I've identified either, where I believe there's going to be some support or resistance, or it's based on double or triple tops or bottoms. Of course, I add in the pivot points because we use them on a daily basis. Simple as that. And on the right are the colors for the Fibonacci as well, which I think I've put on 1, maybe 2 charts this week. As usual, we start with the Dow Daily. It's more of a consolidation this week rather than a continued rally, I would say. Investors are sort of working out what comes next. The earnings are sort of almost done, but still a little bit of a way to go. But it's more central bank driven, what to expect next. That's not necessarily confusing, but I tell you, it's giving some great opportunities in the markets for sure. Okay, so I've got resistance on the Dow at 35,894, support at 35,372, and 35,348. Moving on to the 30-minute, resistance is 35,609 and support at 35,575. As you can see there, it looks as though we're going to get that breakout. But remember, it's only a 30-minute, but we're going to get that breakout when it opens. On the S&P, I've got resistance at 46.37, support at 45.56 and 44.71. So it's still in that uptrend. What's going to break that at the moment? It's the big question. Moving on to the S&P for the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 46.08 with support at 45.93. Such a beautiful level on Friday, that resistance level, that R1, where it sort of just popped up, just touched it and then fell away again. Great opportunity. As I say, I've been using pivot points for decades, and most pro traders do, and the majority of our traders do as well. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to Nasdaq. So with Nasdaq, resistance 16,256 and 15,899, support at 15,530. Now this is a daily, and within probably Monday to Wednesday, especially if you start to get this unemployment data coming out, we'll probably see that breakout. Is it going to break and get back to test the top end of that channel, or is it going to break below it? Then looking at the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 15,869 and support at 15,836. Now the Russell, these are the small cap companies. They're much more sensitive to what the consumers are doing. Again, they consolidated over the week. I got resistance at 2014 and support at 1957. On the 30-minute, resistance 1992 and support 19 Okay, so now we're going to look at the cable, the pound against the dollar. Here I've got resistance at 131.47, support at 127.62. You know, yes, I'd have to admit it did surprise me that it got so high back up into 131 territory. Although, you know, it's starting to show its vulnerability again. It had a spike up on Thursday and then finished much lower. Yeah, you know, as I say with my macro, I just don't think the pound and the euro warrant their levels against the dollar when you look at the macro picture for sure. But remember, just my view. Then looking at the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 128.73. I've got support at 128.16, but that is a breakout level. So if it gets through there, I'm expecting it to go lower. But that's my expectations. When we look at the euro against the dollar, again seeing it back up 113 really. So I've got resistance at 111.78. I've got support at 108.70, which again is another breakout on the downside if it gets through there. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 110.93, which would be a breakout on the upside. I've also got resistance at 110.70. On support, I've got 110.42 and 110.20. So Bitcoin, you know, I've added the Fibs onto this so you can sort of see where it is, but there's also obviously some support and resistance on there. So I've got the resistance at 30,525. I've got support at 29,035. I've got support at 28,250, but that is also a breakout level. Now, you know, I'm a fan of crypto, so I really don't want to see it come falling away again. But there's your areas at the moment. And just keep an eye on those Fibs. They might just help you with some of your decisions. Remember the lime green one below the red. The 618 is the golden ratio. That's the key one for analysts. Okay, moving on to the 30-minute. I've got resistance at 29,770. Then I've got support at 29,430, 29,365, and 29,275. So here's a chart I usually leave in, just shows you the Nasdaq versus Bitcoin. So currently it's sort of diverging a little bit, and that's because stocks are holding steady, whereas Bitcoin's been drifting lower back below that 30k level. Moving on to gold, you know, fairly solid performance from gold. You know, yeah, we've seen it back over 2000 again. So I've got resistance at 2042 and 2023 with support at 1983. So, you know, we've got that slight uptrend there at the moment. Gold, you know, when central banks are involved, gold is that little bit more unpredictable. It doesn't have that nice, clear inverse relationship that it often enjoys with stocks. Okay, looking at the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 2002 and 1999 with support at 1986 and 1981. And as you can see, once the market did move up towards the end of the day where it did try and come off, the pivot point supported it. So finally, we're going to look at WTI that enjoyed a bullish week. Yeah, it was, or a hawkish week if we want to be more modern with it all, I guess. So I got resistance at 81.46 and 80.70 with support at 79.01 and 73.79. You know, again, it's such a volatile contract with great opportunities. But Friday, you know, Thursday, Friday, it did look as though it really wanted to come off, and then the buying just came in, and it finished very strong on Friday, late afternoon in the session. And there you can see that. So in the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 80.71 and support at 79.07. Now, you know, just remember all of the analysis that I do is based on futures. So if you're trading CFDs, all you need to do is just sort of marry them up. Just look at what the CFD price is against what the futures price is at some stage. And then you make that adjustment on the prices that I give to for what you're doing, because you know you should effectively see the same sort of chart patterns. It's just the prices themselves can just be different at times, and you know with the futures, pro traders are much more forward thinking. No offense to retail traders, but that's just the way it is. You know, we're always looking at much further ahead and have stronger views. And of course, generally more experience as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it helps you next week. Have a great week. I'm just going to remind you of what we do. So, you know, I'm sure if you've seen part one, you've already got this, but apart from these YouTubes, we do provide some fantastic news on a daily basis direct to your inbox. So, you know, you haven't got to do anything apart from open it and just look at it. In that, we give you the headlines, we give you global news, like full articles on the top stories, my views, and then as a subscription service, because the newsletter's free, but if you want the subscription service, if you're interested in chart levels. Now, depends what level you're at, but we offer some great one-day workshops to help you to decide if trading could be your next career, or whether you just want to have it perhaps as a secondary income. For some people, it's just to fill in gaps that they've got in, you know, their trading. You know, whether it's fundamental or whether it's actual trading elements, you know, risk management, technical analysis, macro outlooks, whatever. You know, I can help you with any and all of it. And then for those that are really interested in getting into trading, then we've got that sort of 1 week course where we can take you from zero to hero. By the end of it, you know, you feel confident and competent that you can start to make those decisions. Are you a trader? No, but it's certainly going to give you the solid foundations to build your trading career on. And if you've got that inner trader, I will help you discover it. And one of our 1 week courses includes a free trading challenge. What could be better than that? Why risk your own capital? And then if you're really, really convinced that trading is going to be for you and you want to make it your next career, then our comprehensive accredited masterclass is the one for you. This is designed to provide you with all that fundamental knowledge and the trading tools that you're going to need, and that's to sort of trade any market in any market conditions and also any asset class, whether it's financial, commodity or digital. And then apart from all of that, then we provide mentoring. You know, again, you know, that you might just need to spend an hour or a day with me so that I can help you get to that next level. Or we do a monthly subscription. We consult companies on FX and commodity exposure just to help protect them. We provide them with sort of robust yet flexible strategies to use. We provide a lot of trader education content to individuals, exchanges, brokers, basically to anybody that wants it. And, you know, we have such a library of it. And as I mentioned a couple of times, you know, if you're looking for that funded trading account, then one of our partners, Nordic Funder, offers a really good, one of the best, I would say, out there. You know, you can customize it as well, which is great. And you know, what a great way to get into trading, not having to risk your own capital. Of course, you do have to pass their challenge. One of my guys recently did it in 10 days. Okay, so any questions, contact us, info@symaxfintech.com. My email is chris.tubby@symax-int.com. Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you find it useful. Would love to get feedback from you. And of course, anything we can do to improve it. And more importantly, hope to see you again next week. So have a great week. Be lucky. And that's it for now.